How is it that we find ourselves surrounded by such complexity, such elegance?
The genes of you and me, the genes of you and me, they're all made of DNA. We're all made of the same chemical DNA. We're all made of DNA.
You're listening to DNA Today, a show that informs you on what's happening in the genetic world. Shows packed news stories, lessons, interviews like we have this week, all to keep you updated and educated on the ever-changing world of genetics because it changes just so fast. So you can tune in every Monday at 11:30 a.m. on WHUS.org or 91.7 FM if you're in the Stores, Connecticut area. So I'm here with Dr. Caroline Dealy, who's the director of the UCONN-TIP Intern Program. Thanks for coming on the program.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I'd like to talk about the program from your perspective as the director who has a little bit more knowledge than other people about the program and what students can expect from it and really to get an inside scoop. So what is the program? What's the general overview?
The general overview is it's an internship program for any UConn student, and it can take place in the summer with sort of a special opportunity for extending it into the school year. Undergraduates can apply and master's students can apply. International students can apply. So basically the main criteria is you've got to be a UConn student.
Now UConn stores or UConn student?
UConn
student? Because some things they only take UConn stores, whereas other places will accept people from other campuses. So I guess it would depend.
I think UConn student is.
UConn student.
UConn student will cover it.
That works.
Yeah, UConn student will cover it. So basically what this program offers is the opportunity for UConn students to do internships in UConn's technology incubator companies. So you're going to say, what is a UConn technology incubator
that was my question.
Company?
You're stealing my job from me here.
Okay, I don't want to do that. So UConn has a program, like many other major research universities, which is aimed to help develop the discoveries that are made at the university into companies that can benefit humans, human health, human life in one way or another. So many of these companies are directed towards human health, and they may be biotech companies. There are also companies that could be manufacturing companies, perhaps some new special device, perhaps a new kind of software that might be useful for one reason or another, but some aspect of technology, and it really covers a very broad range. These companies have a connection to UConn. Many of them are run by UConn faculty or UConn alumni, and some of them come from other places, but they have a collaboration that they've established with UConn.
So what are some of these companies? What kind of research are they working on?
So I can just, throw out a couple of names of some of the companies that participated in the internship program this past summer. One is called Caragen, and they're developing new vaccines. Duro Biotech is developing heart valve replacements. Hyfunda is working on different kinds of materials for energy-saving devices. IMSTEM is a stem cell company. Simple Bio is doing bioinformatics. Voda is a company started by actually a UConn student, and they are developing a customized beverage dispenser.
Interesting.
So it just goes on and on.
And that's such a range of different fields. So it's not just biology. When I originally started looking at the program, I was like, oh, it's a biology company. But you get on, the page, and it really widens from even, you said business, earlier, pre-recording you said business, and you have engineering in there and biology.
Right, exactly. So it is STEM, so it's science, technology, engineering, math, but that includes, again, software, business, as well as, materials and biology.
So what kind of setup does the student have? Are they shadowing? Are they directly involved in doing things?
Students are directly involved. They have a research project, and their project could be in, say, for example, if it's a student from the School of Business, they could be working on marketing or a new business strategy plan for the company. We've had students work on the company's patents. We've had students working at the bench, doing experiments. We've had students making calls to find out what the market landscape might look like for a particular company. So again, they can be doing a whole lot of different things, and what makes it really unique is that the situation that the students are in, the entrepreneurial environment of a startup company is unlike any other.
It's very exciting to be a part of a startup company.
It's exciting, it's fast-paced, and you get to see all parts of a developing company, not just one department. You get to see how the company is going to, move forward in the next few years. What kind of a plan do they have? You'll probably get to meet the CEO, if not work right next to them, or maybe go on meetings to hear the company pitch to angel investors.
Which is pretty cool, especially if the company becomes larger and larger, and you can say, back when I was in college, I worked for,
That's right, exactly. So it's a very unique experience, and it seems to be gaining popularity. The program's grown every year since it was started just 4 years ago. This past summer, we were able to host 12 interns in 8 different companies. Some of the ones that I listed were discussed earlier were some of the companies that were involved. And again, we had 4 students who were master's programs participating in the summer internship program, several undergraduates, and also students who have recently graduated from UConn are eligible. And that's a little different than most other programs who require active enrollment at the time. They have to be graduates within 6 months, but they can also participate in the program as well.
Great. So opportunities for really all kinds of UConn students. That's really the only requirement, as we said before. And not only do students get the experience of this and have a connection with a company, they also get a stipend, right? Kids like money, so good thing to mention.
They do get a stipend. The stipend amount varies depending on the sponsor for the student. And we are so fortunate that the university has been really on board with the whole concept for this program. It's a great way to invite collaborations between industry and academia, and just a great way to bring those two worlds together in offering this internship opportunity for the students. So the university has been just really great in their support. There are many different programs at UConn who are participating as sponsors for the program, including the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, the School of Engineering and the School of Business, the College of Agriculture, Health, and Natural Resources. In addition to that, the Center for Academic Programs and the McNair Scholars Program, the Health Careers Opportunity Program, and our most recent sponsor partner is the Connecticut Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. And they've brought several new opportunities to the program, including some new workshops on entrepreneurship and some new seminars, which have been very exciting, as well as their generous sponsorship.
It's fantastic that students can experience the entrepreneurship side along with the research side and whatever other projects they're doing, that it's a cool collaboration dual effort going on. So how can students apply to the program? Because by now we've sold them. If they want to do this program, how can they apply?
The program opportunity usually opens up around February or so, and it will be posted on the UConn Office for Undergraduate Research
Also
site.
on our website, dnapodcast.com. We'll be posting it there.
Great, love that. We want to have as many people know about it as possible. It also is posted at the Husky Career Link site, the Career Center. So those are the places where it's posted, and we distribute as much as we can, emails throughout the different schools, particularly our sponsor schools. We really try to get the word out as much as possible. This past year, we had 175 applications, and you heard me say earlier that 12 were in the program.
So it's competitive.
It is highly
Little
competitive.
bit, yeah.
It is highly competitive, and
but
we're
always
really,
worth applying to.
Absolutely, always worth applying to, because we don't always know what the companies are going to be looking for. And every year we have different companies participating because there are always new companies coming on board. Part of the philosophy of the incubator program is that the companies learn and grow while they're being assisted by UConn to develop their technologies, and then they graduate. So there are always new companies coming on and some of the companies leaving. But right now there's construction going on to double the size of the UConn incubators. in which these companies are housed, and that will open up new companies as hosts in the next few years, so we're excited about that.
So if students are interested in a very particular thing to research or a very particular field, can they mention it on there to try and see if there's an opportunity for them?
Absolutely. In the application, there are questions that ask about, why someone is interested in biotechnology. We're particularly interested in having students who are really going to be engaged in that whole environment. It is a different kind of experience. So yeah, there's places they can indicate their research or whatever their interest might be. If it's in, the business goals or what have you, they can certainly indicate that.
Great. So we'll provide the website to link to, so students can apply. And any other last advice for kids that are applying?
Yeah, one of the things I should mention is that it's a fair amount of work. It's a fair commitment. This is an internship experience which is first and foremost academic. So in addition to showing up and working with these companies, which, by the way, are located on campus.
Okay.
Should mention that there are 3 incubator sites, one at Storrs, one at the Farmington campus at UConn Health, and even one at Avery Point.
Okay.
Where the weather is always beautiful.
Yes.
But the students who participate in the summer program are required to go to a seminar every week, at least one. And there are several workshops that are required. One is on the ethics of research, and another one is on startup basics. And we're trying to bring in more informational workshops on entrepreneurship and how companies run. And in addition, the interns need to give a presentation at our research day. And so UCONN-TIP Intern Research Day is held at the end of July every year. And each intern gets to give an oral presentation of their research project. In addition, we have a keynote speaker. This year we brought in a speaker who is actually a UConn graduate from the School of Medicine.
Wow.
And a cardiologist who now is focusing on biotechnology investment. And so he came and talked about that world, and it was really, really an exciting and interesting talk that you just don't hear every day.
Definitely. And inspiring to hear coming from, a UConn alum.
Well, and his whole reason for going into investment as opposed to treating patients was he really felt, and this is what he explained, that he could have more impact on more people and better human health in a much broader scope by investing in companies that were developing new health products than in treating patients one by one. And that's why he moved into biotechnology investment as opposed to treating individual patients.
And inspiring future students to go into that as well, I'm sure.
Exactly, yeah. He met with the students, and they were all very motivated by what he was doing.
Exciting to hear about kind of different positions in the field of science that people can go for. It's not all research and doctors. There's so many different types.
It absolutely is. It certainly is. I mentioned working on company patents. There's a whole field out there in patent law and in scientific communication and teaching and all kinds of that. And this internship program doesn't touch on all of those things.
But it certainly exposes people to a lot of different types.
It exposes them specifically to this whole idea of biotechnology and really the collaborations between academia and industry are becoming more and more common these days and a real avenue for research development moving forward. And the reason I got into this and founded this program 4 years ago was my own involvement with biotechnology. I'm a founder of a biotech company here at UConn, and in that process and being introduced to that environment, I realized what a wonderful opportunity it is for students to learn about this area, and that led to the program.
It's awesome to hear the backstory of things and how program started and your influence on it and inspiration from that. That obviously students can learn a lot from you as well as others, founders of startup companies.
It's been a lot of fun, and the companies have really enjoyed it, and they like being part of it. It helps them feel that they're contributing to the academic mission because it is an academic program. One of the things that we've recently developed in the program is the option to transition from a summer internship into, working for credit, doing research for credit with these companies. And that's now an opportunity for students who have already been UCONN-TIP interns to do with the companies.
Are they often continuing the work they did over the summer, or new projects, combination?
I don't know. That would be up to them to.
We'll have to talk to some students
decide.
then.
That's right. That'd be up to them to decide. But we do like to work in that way, so that the summer program is kind of a gateway to the research for credit over the school year, and it really ensures that the partnership, that the student is completely engaged, and that the company, is already a great mentor, and that the relationship has already proven to work. And these relationships can now go on for years. Students can do their engineering senior design project with a TIP company if they choose to, or an honors thesis. So there are a lot of opportunities for longer term relationships than just the summer, once the summer internship has happened.
And certainly continuing the relationship well into their career, and maybe not, some of them I'm sure would stay with the companies, but moving on from there and coming back to them and in different situations.
That's the hope. And there have been some students who have been hired, seniors who have graduated, and after a successful summer internship, the company is, some of them have been so pleased that they've offered those students, permanent positions. And that's a great way to find a new position in a really exciting area. Or, as you say, maybe try a gap year and then go on to graduate school or further school after that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the program sounds wonderful, and I really want to encourage students to apply, because it sounds like a fantastic program to really get a lot of experience out of for one summer and possibly more.
Thank you.